So there was a period of time for about 28 years where I couldn't even stand the smell of bourbon because of a little issue with me and Mr. James Beam had while I was in Okinawa, Japan. So in a business setting, I was still a beer guy. Every now and then I'd drink a vodka, but I was going out with some people and they would order an old fashioned for dinner or maybe bourbon on the rocks. And I just felt like the odd man out sometimes. So I felt like I needed to be back in the bourbon game. So again, I knew nothing about it. So what do you do when you don't know anything about something? You go to the interweb and you look it up. So that's what I did. In 2020, went on the computer and I searched best bourbons, and it happened to bring up a list for best bourbons of 2020, and there was a long list of them, probably 25 bourbons, and it had everything from best in a soda, best in a old fashioned, or best in a Manhattan, and it was a litany of different options, and one happened to be best tasting bourbon. And I thought, wow, if I'm going to go back into this, I want the one that tastes the best. So lo and behold, 1792 was the best tasting bourbon in 2020. So I marched myself over to Specs Liquor. I was in Texas at the time, and I found me a bottle of 1792 small batch. Now, needless to say, at that time, I didn't know that 1792 made 6 or 8 different bourbons. So I thought 1792 was it. And to be honest with you, I've never gone back to see what version or iteration of 1792 was the best back in 2020. So I went with the 1792, took it straight home. And back then, I didn't even have glasses. I had a solo cup. So, like most people do, I got me a cup and I threw some ice on there and I poured me a little bit of bourbon in that cup and I proceeded to sip on it. And needless to say, wasn't really a fan. So I wasn't sure what I was going to do, but I didn't want to give up on it. So I decided to try again. And this time I tried it neat, no ice. And I sipped on it. And for not being able to stand the smell of it for 28 years, I thought, wow, this really isn't all that bad. So I sipped and sipped, and I kind of acquired the taste over a short period of time, and I developed a liking for it.